Welcome to the Voiceover Round Table. I'm Em O'Neill.
And I'm Mike Tobin. Every week, we get together to talk about all things voiceover with a special focus on community.
Bringing you in-depth interviews, roundtable discussions, special performance events, and industry-leading guests.
Let's get started. This is the Voiceover Roundtable. We thank you all so much for making some time to join us this evening. We're here every Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. My name is Mike Tobin. I'm a bilingual English and French voice actor based in Ottawa, Canada. And here is my amazing co-host, multi-award-winning voice actor, Emma O'Neill. What's up, Emma?
Hey, how's it going, y'all? We are so excited about tonight. It's so much fun. We've been having technical difficulties for a little while, but we've got it all sorted out now.
Pesky club deck.
Oh,
Pesky
dear.
club deck.
We are so excited to have our very, very special guest, Kaliopi. We'll call her Callie.
Yes.
She is the daughter of an actress. She has always been immersed in the art of production, from napping on set to being an extra. Straight out of film school, she was involved in on-camera casting before moving on to work at a prestigious talent agency for several years. With over a decade of experience, Kaliopi has also worked for the Toronto International Film Festival and cast projects that went on to win awards at various film festivals across Canada. And currently, she's a full-time casting director in the voiceover world. And in her downtime, she eats candy and pets her cats, Billy and Sophie.
What an intro. What an intro. Thank you.
So happy
Welcome,
to have you
Callie.
here.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. And hear everyone.
Thanks so much for making time for us and for the room. We're going to have a great night with people reading. Emma, sorry, I'm jumping in. Keep going, please.
No, I'm just, it's all flow. It's all good. It's all flow. Keep going. You do you.
Oh man. One of the things that's cool, I think, about the Voiceover Roundtable is we really try and change things up and not just have like the same people on all the time and not just have the same kind of discussions and Q&As and formats. And this was something that Emma and I, when we talked about it, it was something that we really wanted to do now that we've brought the Voiceover Roundtable back for everyone, was to have these opportunities for talent to come and read for special guests. And so, Callie, you get to be the first one
Oh, really?
to do
Oh,
this.
that's great.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely. We haven't done something like this before. We have, people come on up on stage and we have good chats about different things and answer questions and stuff like that. We bring in agents and, all different kinds of people from the voiceover world. But to actually get scripts and read, this is the first time that we're going to be doing it. So
it's a great idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We know that people love to do it. Was definitely, live is really crazy too. Like, and when you're in person, like we did at VO North, that was a whole other story.
Yeah.
If we can, Callie, we just want to fire maybe a couple of questions at you before we start going to the room, because Emma's built up a nice list of people who decided that they wanted to do this. But like the thing that I'm thinking about, like in so many places that talent can get work these days, casting, and I'm making air quotes so you can't hear them, but casting can look really different depending on the situation. So maybe you can share with the room and with us the kind of job that you're usually involved in and what the process looks like. What does casting look like for you and for the stuff that comes to your computer and your headset?
Yeah, absolutely. So, nowadays there are so many talent that are actually not hired through a casting director. And, like platforms like voices.com, 123 Voices. But what a casting director does is kind of, it curates the presentation for the client. So, we really put it down, rearrange the takes. Like, I take what you've given me and I rearrange it. I edit it. I, put your best take first. So we really kind of, we watch out for you. We have your back, basically. And I usually request an extra take than what I need to present, to be honest. So in that sense I can pick, and I can eliminate one. I can pick your best 2 or your best 3 and eliminate the extra one. So I'm really, really, really trying to make you look, or sound rather, the best that you can possibly sound. So that being said, actors, talent, don't worry too much about trying to figure out, don't kill yourself about what take should go first. I listen to them all. I'm going to put what I think is best for the client first. I think casting directors are important still.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we pay so much attention to these details, and we have this inside information from the client on what they're looking for, and we can just really present on you the best that you can be, and us to make us look good. What they're looking for. So yeah, it's a funny thing. I think it's almost becoming obsolete sometimes, but I think people shouldn't forget the value of a casting director and how important it really is. Day-to-day life, I get maybe I sometimes get 100 to 200 submissions, and I'm sorry to say I do only pick about a dozen or 20 to submit to the to the client, sorry. That's just me listening to every single one. Don't worry, you will be heard, absolutely. And just because you're not right for one gig does not mean you're not right for another gig. It just really varies and depends on what they're looking for. So, keep trekking at it, and yeah.
And I think we need to really drive that point home, because you're not the only casting director that I've had conversation with about how many submissions they listen to. If they request 100 submissions, if they request 200, however many it is. And everyone always says, I listen to all of the submissions. And people are like, oh, no, they don't. That's not possible, la, la, la. But I think we really need to drive home the point that if the, audition is due by 10 o'clock on Tuesday, get it in as soon as you possibly can, because you are listening to everything that's coming.
Then I can get a head start. Exactly. Yeah. And I really do that's because my job is a job by job basis. So honestly, there are some days I'm doing nothing and I'm talking to my cats, but then there are some days where I get a job, and that's what takes up my time, is listening to everything, editing everything, and depending on the job, I hate to think of it as a cattle call. It's not. Depending on the job, I will request certain talent, but I also love to open it up to breakdowns and having the agent submit who they want to submit and tell me, I go to agents and I say, who's someone I should hear that's new on your roster that I haven't heard before, and that's why I get so many submissions, because honestly, the more the better for me. I want to listen to them all. And just, it makes me curate the job the best it could possibly be, and everyone gets a shot, and yeah.
That it's reassuring to hear that, because I think, as talent, a lot of the time it's like you're firing something into the void and you don't know what happens on the other side. So it's really cool to get this insight. Now, by the time stuff makes it to you, Callie, often it's gone through talent agents. When the stuff gets to you, has the agent also done some kind of filtering and curating of their own? Or are you just getting everything that responds to the specs and the criteria when it comes to, voice age and different things like that?
Yeah.
So are you getting bad sound stuff, or are you just getting the good stuff?
Yeah, you know what? It's and I can't even name specifics, and I won't call anyone out, but it really depends on the agent. Some agents will actually edit the auditions for me before they even send it to me, so that they're already kind of I still edit anyway because I want to do my own thing, and I'm OCD and I rearrange takes and stuff. But some agents do edit their auditions, and some agents I feel like, did you even listen to this at all? I think agents need to listen to their clients. They need to know what their clients can do so they know what to submit them for. And I feel like a lot of agents don't. So, it's interesting. I get both for sure. I think agents should listen. And to be honest, if they think they're their client isn't up to snuff for this particular voice audition, they shouldn't send it in because it's not doing anybody any help. And they should just talk to their client and say, hey, look, I didn't send this in because of this and that. Have a conversation. I mean, that's what agents are for. They're your friend, they're your confidant, they're your boss, your business partner, like they're everything, right? So take advantage of that and have conversations with them. And yeah, I definitely get both. Like, I get some auditions, I'm like, man, did you even listen? There's like a truck in the background, and it's like, whoa, like, I understand, you might be nervous, you don't like listening to yourself back. I totally get that, but you have to at least do a quality check. Like, not necessarily, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up about, oh, this acting isn't good enough. Let me be the judge of that, but do a quality check, Yeah, it's especially now with COVID and everybody's got mics and setting. And I'm not telling anybody to go buy a fancy mic. You can do auditions on your phone. You just have to make sure that you do it in the right room, with the right acoustics, and it's fine. Like, you don't have to spend $1 million on a microphone. But yeah, just definitely listen back and make sure there's no background noise or anything like that. That's the biggest thing. I mean, acting is subjective, and it's subjective on the job. So that's a whole other thing. But yeah, things like that.
And just something that I wanted to point out to the audience, but I wanted to clarify, because I'm pretty sure you cast in both Canada and the US.
We do, yeah. So I do. So I mean, I love to keep it local, love to keep it Canada. Sometimes I do open up to the US, depending on the spec, depending on the job. Just keep it North America, keep a wide range of talent, like get to know more people. Yeah, totally open. Like, if someone has Source Connect, I know that you use
a particular font, so when I get
agent, my agent, and exactly. I mean, there's my OCD again, right? Like, I love to put the direction right on the script. I love to put exactly how many takes I'm requesting. Always feel free to throw in an extra take if you're doing something different. If you have a different idea, I will listen to it. Don't worry about it. But don't give me, 3 of the same thing in a row. Like, only give me an extra take if you've got an idea of, like, hey, I actually think, like, maybe this will work, and feel free. Like, that's fantastic. But no, I'm definitely wide. Like, if someone has Source Connect, heck, you could be in England or wherever, right? Like, it's that's the cool thing about, I think one of the silver linings of COVID was everybody kind of getting Source Connect and being able to record remotely, and as long as you're okay with the time difference and the time change, we can consider you. So yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, the world is your oyster when it comes to technology now. I think
exactly
it's connected everyone so much closer. I just want, sometimes we have newer talent in the room, and I just wanted to point out just a language thing, because one of the things you were saying, you were talking about agents and clients. And I think for a lot of people, a client is the end person. And I just wanted to make sure that people understood that when you say a talent agent's client, that's the talent.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
So, no, you don't have to apologize that. I'm just pointing that out for newer talent who might not kind of grasp that lingo right away, because it is kind of nuanced. Because often when we talk about client, it's you were thinking about the Coca-Cola or the McDonald's.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
but client for an agent. Yeah, cool. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to get it. Emma's curated a really good list of people who have volunteered for this. But before we get to you giving feedback individually to people who are coming up and reading, is there a piece of advice that, after listening to so many auditions, there, kind of like a generic thing maybe, that a piece of advice you think could benefit the majority of talent out there, like new and seasoned? What's a nugget that you often find yourself giving to people?
Yeah. A couple things, actually. I mean, some of these may sound obvious, but first and foremost, always slate your name. Like, just, right off the top, or at the end is fine, but usually right off the top, it just makes it sound professional, name only. Don't worry about the agency. Don't give me your height or your age. Just say your name and say it in the tone.
That goes for tonight too.
Yeah. and kind of say it in the tone of what the audition is. If it's a dramatic audition, more leaning toward the dramatic side, you don't want to say your name all bubbly and cute, right? Like, we don't want you to put anything on, but just kind of say it in the same tone so we're not jarred or we don't get whiplash. And,
you mean no copy-paste slate?
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly it. I've heard that. I've heard people just have recorded one generic slate and tack it onto every single one of their auditions, which, like, I get, but at the same time, we don't want to be pulled away from the world of the audition and the tone that we're supposed to be hearing. With that being said, follow the direction, but make it your own within the tone of the world. We want to hear who you are and what you can bring to the voiceover. Don't change your voice too much. Like, keep it natural. Don't change your pitch, because if you have an element of yourself in the voiceover, it'll make the direction process in the booth much smoother for everyone if you do land that job. Always submit multiple takes. I've had talent submit one take, and depending on the length of the script, I'll request a certain number of takes, but some other people don't request, like they just leave it up to you. But always submit multiple, and then depending on the requested number of takes, feel free to submit an extra, like I mentioned before, if you're adding something different. And just listen back to your audition for a quick sound quality check. Don't beat yourself too much about, is this right? Is this not? Is it, because it's so subjective, So if you feel good in it, go for it. Like, I'm all ears. So yeah, I think that's just the general kind of do's and don'ts of auditioning.
You see, people, it's not as scary as you think.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
it's
scary.
Not as scary. Nah. So really cool. We want to jump into it. So let me run down a few things. We made a set of scripts available in advance that were provided by Callie. So please, if you're coming up, we're asking that you only read from one of those scripts. And here's how things are going to work tonight. When we get started, if Emma, are we going in the order of the list that you have, or how are we doing this? Or are we going to go by?
I'm right
Some
now
people aren't there.
The audience. There's a few people that are not here. There's two people that messaged me saying they weren't going to be able to make it because of parental duties that have gotten in the way.
Okay. Well, we can go. We're going to go by kind of the list that we have, but also hands matching up with the list, and we'll go with the flow. When we get ready, when we get started, if you're ready to read, you're going to put your hand up, or if we're calling on you, put your hand up. We'll bring you up on stage. And then when you first come up on stage, we do ask, make sure that you mute your mic. Because typically when you're pulled up on stage, the mic, I don't think, is muted most of the time. So we ask that you mute your mic until we call on you. When we do call on you, you're going to unmute, and you're going to give us a couple of things. You're going to tell us your name. You're going to tell us where you're from, how long you've been in voiceover, and then you're going to go in and tell us what script you're going to be reading.
Yeah,
and
what script would be great, so I could pull it open. Yeah.
And then after that, you're in Callie's hands, and, have at it.
Cool.
And just a quick note about that, y'all, you're in a safe space here. You take risks, have fun, don't second guess, don't hold yourself back, be brave, and you are safe here. We are all cheering you on.
Getting up to read is, it can be nerve-wracking. I think back to Emma and I went up and read at VO North.
Fell flat
and
on
I
my
was
face.
speaking to,
flat on my face. Didn't read the script before I went. Flat on my face.
You did it with style, love. You did it with style. But some of the newer talent that we were speaking to at the conference were like, "Oh my God, I was so nervous," and we were like, "Me too." So know that it's nerve-wracking for all of us, but nerves are okay, and they serve you. So think about if you have to look at it this way, think about the feedback, the valuable feedback you're going to get from a casting director, and hopefully that can be enough to motivate you to just push through. Remember, I always tell people this: if you flub a line or a word or something like that, you don't need to say sorry. You're doing your job. Yep. You just stop, go back to wherever you need to, whether it's the line, whether it's the top, whatever. Don't say sorry. Just stop, go back, pick it up, and bash through. That's the job. All right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Emma, who's going to read
Water over
first?
the bridge.
Ooh, who is going to read first? I'm pretty sure Lisa is in the audience, so we're going to ask Lisa to come up first, followed by Bella.
Cool.
So I'm pretty sure Lisa's here. I see her. So, Lisa, if you want to put your hand up, or I can...
So, folks, if you have the scripts and you are part of the group reading this evening, there's Lisa. Let's invite on stage, Lisa.
Oh, there we go.
There she is.
And in the meantime, others who have the scripts and are going to be reading this evening, please put your hands up and we'll bring you up in little groups just so that we can motor through. So,
yeah, we've got
Lisa, you got the instructions?
Would be next.
I do. Hello.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
Hi. So my name is Lisa Maslick, and I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I came from more of a business background, went into acting about 5 years ago, and then COVID kind of hit, and I sort of fell into voiceover during COVID, and I've been training recently with Ellie Ray, which has been really fun, and that's how I got connected to. So I'm kind of newer to it. I'm still learning my way a little bit, and probably about 7 months I've been doing it, 8 months. So I'm here to learn and grow.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just went, because saying Ellie Ray is fun is kind of an understatement. That's all.
Yeah, private coaching with, so it's been really great.
Awesome. Script you're going to read, Lisa?
Canada Dry.
Canada Dry.
All right,
Awesome.
let's go for it.
Okay. This is Canada Dry Ginger Ale. It's not called ginger soda, ginger pop, or ginger soda pop. It's ginger ale, and when it's time to unwind, there's nothing quite like it. It's perfect for kicking back after a long day, toasting a job well done, or sharing a special moment. So when it's time to really relax, don't grab a pop, grab a ginger ale. Canada Dry. Real ginger ale.
Nice. Awesome. So, yeah, I think, and don't take this in a negative way. I think you got a lot of personality in that read, which sometimes people say and it comes off wrong, but I mean it as a good thing because this script calls for it. This is exactly the kind of script that does have a lot of personality in it. I think with that being said, maybe try not to hit the words a little too hard. I purposely didn't put the original direction on these scripts for you guys because I wanted to hear your take on it. I think this could be said a little bit more dry, like no pun intended, because Canada Dry. Like just almost like you don't give a shit. Like it's going to have a little bit of attitude to it without going over the top or trying too hard, It's just straight up, this is what it is. It's not this, but it's this, like just kind of not hitting the words too hard and almost, just kind of dry and a little bit of monotone. But I think you've got I can hear your sound and I can hear your voice. And even if you try to make something dry or monotone, it won't come off that way. It'll come off with that personality that we need for a spot like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's very helpful. I've actually been working on bringing my personality through because sometimes I can be a bit more e-learning, kind of more monotone. So
Right.
Working on letting myself out a bit more. So I appreciate that. Okay,
I hope that helped. I don't know I forgot to ask, are we doing like another read after direction or is there just the one read and direction?
If you would like to read
let's do
totally up to you, Callie.
Let's do one read. I'll give direction and then let's do a second read and then we can move on. So Lisa, if you want to give it another shot with that in mind.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. This is Canada Dry Ginger Ale. It's not called ginger soda, ginger pop, or ginger soda pop. It's ginger ale. And when it's time to unwind, there's nothing quite like it. It's perfect for kicking back after a long day, toasting a job well done, or sharing a special moment. So when it's time to really relax, don't grab a pop. Grab a ginger. Canada Dry, real ginger ale.
Awesome. You took that direction really well. I mean, that was I love that so much better. Like when you, in the third line there, when you said it's ginger ale, like you were like, yeah, fuck yeah, it's ginger ale. Like no big deal, you know? That was awesome. So yeah, you're just kind of throwing it away a bit more. So it sounded really great. What an improvement. Great job.
Thank you.
Well done.
Nicely said. And there's a lot to be said for going first. So I'm clapping. Everybody can virtually clap for Lisa because it's always something going first. So thanks a lot.
Yeah, the people who are going later are going to hear all the direction and then yeah. So
they get that
job.
stuff.
Thank you.
Mike, can you make me admin?
Oh,
Please and thank you, because for some reason I am not.
absolutely, boss lady.
Thanks so much.
I apologize.
It's okay. That's okay.
I think is that block from room? Is that how I do that?
Yeah, because I guess. Yeah. Hello, please. Where'd everybody go?
Off into space. Oh, wait a minute. It's not working here. Make a moderator.
Invite up Bella and Juan. If you're looking for how to get into the room, in the lower corner, if you're on your phone, there should be a little hand icon. You'd press that. And don't panic if it doesn't automatically bring you up on stage. We have to accept your request. So we're just trying to keep the stage less cluttered. Okay? So Bella, if you could put your hand up, please, that would be awesome. And Juan, you would be next as well. That would be lovely.
I see Bella.
There we go.
Is this the Bella we're looking for?
I believe so.
Hey, Bella, you can unmute yourself. Welcome to the Voiceover Round Table.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Isn't it great when the technology works?
Yeah, I love it.
So good when the microphones work for voice actors. I love it. So, you know the drill?
Yeah, absolutely.
Go for it, Bella.
Hi, my name is Bella Farah. I'm based in Orlando, Florida currently, and I've been actively coaching for about 6 months now.
Cool.
Oh, and I will be doing Canada Dry as well.
Oh, Canada Dry. Awesome. Oh, that's
Give me thirsty.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Awesome. So, whenever you're ready, shoot.
This is Canada Dry Ginger Ale. It's not called ginger soda, ginger pop, or ginger soda pop. It's ginger ale. And when it's time to unwind, there's nothing quite like it. It's perfect for kicking back after a long day, toasting a job well done, or sharing a special moment. So when it's time to really relax, don't grab a pop, grab a ginger ale. Canada Dry. Real ginger ale.
Nice. Really great. I love how you said, don't grab a pop. Like, don't grab a pop, That was fantastic. I think you can actually find a bit more breathing room. Like slow it down a bit. Yeah. Like find the breaths. The pauses are almost as important as the words in something like this, because it's, again, it's that kind of dry delivery and yeah, just find that pauses and use it to your advantage. It's almost like a word in a sense. You can almost forget about the punctuation altogether. Like I know there's commas and there's periods, but make it your own. Like forget about those. Like just kind of tie it in a natural way that feels good to you. But yeah, that was really good. Your instincts were spot on in that sense. And yeah, I think just kind of conversationaling up a bit and making it a bit more kind of off the cuff and dry, really. Like this is like quite the monotone kind of script in a sense. It's almost like I said before, like you don't give a shit. Yeah, with that in mind, if you want to try again.
Absolutely. This is Canada Dry Ginger Ale. It's not called ginger soda, ginger pop, or ginger soda pop. It's ginger ale. And when it's time to unwind, there's nothing quite like it. It's perfect for kicking back after a long day, toasting a job well done, or sharing a special moment. So when it's time to really relax, don't grab a pop, grab a ginger ale. Canada Dry. Real ginger ale. Nice.
Really nice. Your delivery on that was perfect. I think you could still even slow it down a bit more.
I agree.
But because in editing, like I mentioned, I always edit my auditions. I can cut out pauses. It's easier to cut out pauses than it is to make pauses. So don't be afraid to kind of let it drag on a little bit. I actually purposely don't put the length of script on the scripts because I don't want actors to get too tied up in that. But your delivery was spot on, like just off the cuff, like almost like you don't care. It was great.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
You as well.
Thank you so much, Bella.
Thanks, Bella.
We should have Juan coming up next. I believe he has his hand raised. Mike, if you want to pull him up on stage, that would be lovely. Then we've got Catherine, followed by Gregory. I believe they're both hanging out, waiting. Yeah.
Hey, Juan. Welcome to the Stage Voiceover Round Table.
Hello, good to be here.
Hello.
Yes, Juan Lopez, based in Miami, Florida, and I've been doing this for about 5 months.
Cool.
The script I will be doing is the Boston Pizza.
Good choice. All right, I've got it up whenever you're ready.
Okay. Why is Boston Pizza such a great place to take the family? Well, some people might say it's the chance to spend some quality time together. But other people, who are far more honest, might say it's the chance to eat some pizza, watch the game, and take a real long look at that beverage menu, while someone else tries to keep your kids in line for the next hour and a half. Boston Pizza. Gather round.
Nice. What? You know what? I could have sworn that you had the direction to this script. That was honestly spot on. Nice. I don't have too many notes. I think you had the right idea. You added some inflection. You added some interesting punctuation where there wasn't. You singled out some phrases where there wasn't a comma, but you made a comma, and it really made it stand out. I think that was fantastic. Honestly,
Wow,
this kind of thing is almost more like a narration. Like I imagine, I don't know if you've seen like the Royal Tenenbaums, like Alec Baldwin doing that kind of narration. Like this is more like that rather than a commercial type of thing. And I think you understood that. Yeah, I would. If you'd like to give it another chance, I think again, take your time with it. And maybe right off the top, really question that, why is Boston Pizza? You're really asking, and then you're kind of getting into that switch of, well, let me tell you. Here we go. You know what I mean? And then you get into it, right? So there's kind of that little bit of a switch. But I loved how you said that, who are far more honest, like those guys. You really added personality in that phrase. So keep that up. And yeah, let's try one more.
Okay, thank you. Why is Boston Pizza such a great place to take the family? Well, some people might say it's the chance to spend some quality time together, but other people, who are far more honest, might say it's the chance to eat some pizza, watch the game, and take a real long look at that beverage menu, while someone else tries to keep your kids in line for the next hour and a half. Boston Pizza. Gather round.
Great job. I love that tag there. And I love how you dragged on the but, but other people. That's not in the script. We didn't put multiple U's between the but you added that. And that just shows that little bit of personality of yours obviously coming through. That was fantastic. Great job.
I appreciate the direction. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Juan. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Absolutely.
Oh, of course. Anytime.
We're able to get you up here. Very cool. I've got Catherine, and Gregory would be the next in line. This is going super fast. You guys are great.
Yeah, if there's anyone, if I am going to, I'm happy to. I'm not sure what the timeline is. I'm happy to spend more time on people.
You know what?
Or we can get people who didn't sign up to maybe jump on and cold read.
I'm going to get Ebony to send me her email address because she's asking for the script. So there's y'all could put your emails in the chat. I will forward you the copy.
Yeah, we want to try and get through the ones that we did get sign up in advance, because people were very enthusiastic about this. So we want to make sure that we don't left them out. But I think we're moving on at a good clip. For those who are familiar with the Voiceover Round Table, we usually run between an hour and 90 minutes. Lately, we've been going like 75 minutes and stuff like that. So we're flexible with where we can go tonight. So I think we're moving along at a good clip. We won't call this the halfway point just yet. My good friend, Catherine, is up on the stage. And I say that honestly and literally. Catherine is a great friend of mine, Montreal-based. I'll let her introduce herself. Hello, Catherine.
Bonjour, hello. Oh, thank you, Mike. That's very nice of you to say. I feel the same way.
A fellow Greek?
Yes, hello.
Yes. I believe we spoke at VO North.
That's right. We met at VO North.
Yeah.
I had a chance to read for you there as well. So it's very nice to see you again, Callie.
Great.
So I'm Catherine. I'm from Montreal, and I have been doing voiceover since 2004.
Wow.
So yeah, I'll be reading Wavefront.
Wavefront, all right.
Okay. The future. You used to chase it. Now you're living in it. The Wavefront is an all-electric automobile that propels driving into a new era. With sleek aerodynamic design and ultrasonic sensors that prevent collisions, there's no more getting left behind. Life's short. Drive fast.
Nice, really nice. You have a really nice tone to you. Yeah, that was fantastic. I think my only note is, and this comes with every audition I ever get, is I think it's not that you sound announcery, but it's almost bringing it back a little bit, because something like this maybe isn't a bit more casual, but it is almost like you're enthusiastically talking to a friend, like you're trying to sell them this car. Like, look, I found out about this, it's fantastic. Let me tell you about it. And you're quite passionate about it, but you're not going too over the top. I think just not hitting words as hard, and kind of letting it flow a little bit more. I love how you added a little bit of flavor in some things, and keep doing that. But let's maybe forget, and I said this before, forget about the punctuation. Forget that there's a period there. Forget that there's a comma there. Just let it flow how you want to sell it,
Sounds
whenever
good.
you're
Thank
ready.
You. Okay. The future. You used to chase it. Now you're living in it. The Wavefront is an all-electric automobile that propels driving into a new era with sleek aerodynamic design and ultrasonic sensors that prevent collisions. There's no more getting left behind. Life's short. Drive fast.
Nice, really nice. See, for me, that second read, you were so convincing without being over the top at all. Not that you were in the first read, but that was just so convincing. It's like, okay, all right, I get it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you sold me on that.
It's interesting because on the first read, I was leaning back in my chair, and then the second read, I changed my position and I leaned forward in my chair, and I was
interesting.
Closer to my
Yeah, and that makes a huge difference. Like body language and how you, absolutely, that makes a huge difference. And getting close to the mic for something more intimate or further away from the mic, like you got to play with that as well. It's not just your voice. So that's interesting that you brought that up. I'm glad you did.
Yeah, and it's interesting to know I don't even know what the original specs were for this one or what instructions they were giving the talent, but it's hard to know when you're looking at this. Is that, do they want that mysterious read or do they want the friendly read? So
right. Well, I think it's somewhere. It's a little bit in between, right? Because it should be mysterious, but it also, you don't want it to be movie trailery or anything like that, right? Like you want it to still sound a bit natural, but have a little bit of charm and mystique to it, which I think you did nail on that second read.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the feedback. It's always so useful. I take everything you say.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, yeah, great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, Catherine.
Thanks, Catherine. Who's next, Emma? Is it Scott or Gregory gonna go next?
Hello,
he
everyone.
knows he
Good evening.
unmuted himself.
Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great to be here. My name is Gregory Wall. I'm from beautiful Waterdown, Ontario. Thanks for having me. Great to see you, Kaliopi. I met you at VO North.
Yeah, I remember. Great to hear you again, rather.
That's right. I'm going to be doing this script from The Keg.
The Keg, awesome. Yes. All right.
All right, cool. People often ask us why we don't deliver, but there's a better question. How can you fit an unforgettable night with the people you love, sharing a meal and a few laughs in a delivery backpack? That's progress. We'll sit this one out.
Nice, really nice. I think, again, the direction for this, I remember this one, you got it spot on. I think, again, you can slow it down a little bit and just have a little bit more fun with it. That last line you did, but I personally, I'm not a huge fan of like laughs or scoffs in auditions. Like you did a little like, if that's like, take that out, try to say what you want to say with that scoff without actually doing it, if that makes sense. So maybe this one can be like a little more sarcastic, like, well, let me tell you, here's a better question, I'm going to tell you, like, I know and you don't, and I'm going to tell you. So you're a bit cocky in a sense, without going over the top again, but you're a little bit cocky about it with this one. And then at the end, you're resolving it like, you're so happy. You've proved your point. You're like, yep. And you can just end on a nice resolve.
Sounds good. Okay. People often ask us why we won't deliver. But there's a better question. How can you fit an unforgettable night with the people you love, sharing a meal with a few laughs in a delivery backpack? If that's progress, we'll sit this one out.
Nice. I like how you added that little bit of a pause before delivery and backpack. You really emphasized the backpack, like in a backpack, like really? You want a delivery backpack? Like, no, we're the Keg. You got to sit down. You got to eat. That was fantastic. And again, you ended really strong on that, like on the tag there. Those are always so hard. So, how do you sell that last line there? But yeah, I think that was an improvement on your first one for sure.
Thanks for your time and for your great direction.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks, Gregory.
And I hope y'all are taking notes about with what he's saying, like things like, because again, you're not the first person for CD that I've heard say you're not a fan of scoffs or sounds within.
Oh yeah, I know. Right? And I'm like thinking back to auditions that I did earlier, and I'm like, oh. But
it's to create the same feeling and the same intent, but without adding that sound.
Exactly. Yeah, and I picked these scripts, to be honest, because these are, there's not necessarily a very dramatic script in here, maybe the waterfront one, but this is a lot of what I'm getting nowadays in casting. So that's why I picked these scripts on purpose, is I'm getting a lot of these kind of like dry, little bit of personality, but like conversational still, anyway, I won't give too much away because we'll I think
it's cool to get scripts without the direction, because it can be kind of liberating, right? It frees you up,
your own interpretation.
I love to hear what you think when you read it and how you think it should be delivered. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. The thing that I hear a lot of casting directors and coaches and stuff say, especially when there's no direction, but even when there is, make a decision and commit to it. So if you choose, I'm gonna sound like this. I don't know what the direction is, but I'm gonna sound like this. Mm-hmm. If you choose it and you stick with it, then you're gonna sound like that. We
can hear the confidence. Like we can hear confidence when you make a decision, and that sometimes, even if it's wrong per se, and I say that in quotations again, you made a choice, you stuck with it, and that shows volumes. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, one of my coaches always says, this could be very controversial, he's like, when you first see the script, ignore the spec. Do not look at the spec. Read the script, make the decision like Mike just said, and record that. Then on take 2, read the spec, give what they want, flip the takes. So now you put take 1 was the spec take 2 is your take. He's like, but you can't, it's like you almost can't make the decision of not using the spec once you've read the spec.
Yeah, that's great, actually.
But
He's like, so
yeah,
record
such
it
a
and
cool
then just
strategy,
flip the
I think.
takes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then you can kind of find what you did with the first take and what you found with the direction and combine the two and find a perfect middle ground of,
Yep.
a little bit of your idea while still keeping in the world of the direction, That's a really
it shows
great
range.
strategy.
It shows that
exactly.
you're not playing one note.
And that's why I say, multiple takes, we want to see variety, is we need to see that you can do range. We want to hear that you'll be able to be directed, that you can do different things. And that's why you don't have to worry too much about if something's wrong per se. Because if you're doing it different, it shows you can, in case they want to go there,
Yeah. Let's call this our midway point. Everything's going really well. Some great reads and good taking direction. It's great. That is one of the things that you need to show as talent, that especially with all the directed sessions and everything like that, you want to be able to turn on a dime if you need to. We'll call this a midway point. Emma, can I call on you to do your socials talk? You know what I'm talking about.
We are on a social media app, in case you hadn't noticed. And one of the things that I always ask people or remind people to do is follow each other on this app. Follow each other, go to each other's profiles. If you're new to Clubhouse, fill out your profile. Let us know who you are. Connect your socials to all the social media that you can connect to this, your website, Instagram, and follow each other. I don't know how many times I have gotten agency walk-ins, jobs, auditions, other opportunities from people that I've met on Clubhouse, other voice talent that I've worked with. So follow each other and follow this club, because we're going to make this club so that if you are a member of the club, you will automatically get a notification as to what is happening next, so that you can RSVP, especially when we have more events like this where it's a pre-registered sign up, get your script, read for a casting director or read for an agent, because I got all sorts of fun stuff lined up.
And I think one of the things that we'll probably try to move towards, and there's good reasons behind it, is to eventually these events will be a members only. But I mean, there's no gatekeeper to become a member. You just need to go on Clubhouse, find the Voiceover Round Table, and join. Like, there's not going to be any approval process or things like that. But as Emma said, like, this is going to keep you up to date on what's going on, but it's also going to help us within the room, because, like any online platform, especially one with audio and the chance to chat with people and things like that, Clubhouse, people just kind of mosey around and drop into rooms that, maybe they're not even voice actors, and like, hey, who's in this room? Let's go see. And then they start chatting people in, and it gets weird.
Just be trolls, and it gets a little weird.
Yeah. So we will eventually try and go toward, not just yet, but try to go towards the members only kind of thing. So do join the club if you haven't already. That would be very, very good. We would appreciate it, and love to see the club grow, and love to have everybody here for the room. Emma, any questions or anything that we should throw at Callie before we go back to reads? We got some really good nuggets out of this stuff. Like, so far, it's really cool.
Oops. I'm pressing. I'm like, I know I have lists of things that I'm supposed to be looking at. Mike is so organized, and I'm so like, la, 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 la. Like,
best of both worlds.
Lies.
You work together.
It's true. It's how it works well, because he's like, I have my forms, and I have my tables and my Excel sheet. And I'm like, I talk to people. I ask people to come onto that.
Yes.
And I'm making notes. I've got all your names, and no, it's fantastic. It's a good system.
Thank you. I think we're ready to bring Scott up. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Do it.
Hey, Scott.
There I am.
Ooh, Scott, can you turn up your gain or your volume? We can barely hear you.
Brand new here and not sure where to do that.
So whatever microphone you are using, are you on your phone?
My Focusrite, perhaps? Focusrite. No, I'm on my Focusrite, my microphone.
Maybe just a bit closer to the mic, or
either closer to the mic, or turn your input gain, so the little knob with that beside the connection of the mic, and turn it up just a little bit. Not that much.
Oh, that was turn off the speaker.
Yes, you get some slapback if you've got your monitors on.
I do have the
too.
headphone on.
Hey, better.
Is that better?
We got it now.
Lots.
All right. Perfect.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Scott Coppola from Toronto,
Hey.
Ontario.
Welcome.
I'm a dual citizen, so I started as a dancer, singer, actor, did shows around the US, Canada, Germany, ended up doing film school in Los Angeles and started voiceovers there, and then I'm back in Toronto.
Cool.
Boston Pizza.
All right.
There we go. Hungry and thirsty all night. Here we go.
Why is Boston Pizza such a great place to take the family? Well, some people might say it's the chance to spend some quality time together. But other people, who are far more honest, might say it's the chance to eat some pizza, watch the game, and take a real long look at that beverage menu while someone else tries to keep your kids in line for the next hour and a half. Boston Pizza. Gather round.
That's great. I chuckled at the next hour and a half line. That was fantastic. No. I think my only note is right off the top, ask the question like you're asking yourself, like you genuinely don't know the answer. I think you asked it like you were saying, oh, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to lead into it, but kind of ask the question like you're asked, like, why is it? Like you're really contemplating it, and then you go into it, because it's kind of that switch, which is interesting. And I think you had the right idea, but don't hit the words as hard on this one. Like this one, again, is supposed to be a little bit more dry, I think, like a little bit more kind of, so don't hit words as hard. Don't be afraid to sound a little bit more monotone. You've obviously got a personality in your voice built in, so it won't come off that way. So yeah, kind of have a bit more fun with it without trying too hard or going too over the top, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Whenever you're ready.
Why is Boston Pizza such a great place to take the family? Well, some people might say it's the chance to spend some quality time together. But other people, who are far more honest, might say it's the chance to eat some pizza, watch the game, and take a real long look at that beverage menu while someone else tries to keep your kids in line for the next hour and a half. Boston Pizza. Gather round.
Wow, Scott, have you heard this spot by chance?
No.
You nailed it. Like that was the end product. Like that was fantastic, honestly.
Awesome.
Yeah, you took that direction perfectly. Yeah, that was great. Nothing else to say. That was perfect.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
No, seriously, you really, really followed that redirect. That was very cool to listen to.
Yeah, that was what a turn. That was fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you for the feedback.
Next.
And yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, just thank you for the feedback and the opportunity. Looking to spend a little more focus here on Toronto on voiceover. So
yeah, I should have also said maybe if someone tells me if they're represented.
Yeah, Marla Mann is my agent right now.
Okay, yeah. Like moving forward, and the people I missed, if they want to throw it in their chat or something, I can check that, because it's a way for me to follow up with you, and know who you're represented by and get in touch with your agent moving forward. So yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Very cool. Jody, if you want to come up on stage, you're more than welcome to, but you got to raise your hand so we can bring you up. And while we're waiting for Jody, if she chooses to come up, we could ask Melinda. So Mike, if you can bring Melinda and then Chris. Hi, Melinda. If you want to unmute yourself, click the little mic where the hand raise was. There should be a mic in the corner of your screen. If you there you go.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm new.
No, you're totally fine. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you. Oh, sweetheart, not right now. I'm sorry. My kid literally just walked in as soon as you put me up to the screen.
Of course.
Okay, sorry.
This is the Murphy's Law.
I know, right? So hi, my name is Melinda. I'm from Oakdale, California, and I'm actually new to VO. I started this April.
Oh, wow.
Hooray.
Welcome
Thank you.
to the crazy world.
I know. Thank you so much. This has been so wonderful just listening to everybody.
Thanks for being with us. You go right ahead and jump in. Introduce yourself. You said where you're from. What script are you going to be reading tonight, Melinda?
Canada Dry.
All right. Okay, whenever you're ready.
This is Canada Dry Ginger Ale. It's not called ginger soda, ginger pop, or ginger soda pop. It's ginger ale. And when it's time to unwind, there's nothing quite like it. It's perfect for kicking back after a long day, toasting a job well done, or sharing a special moment. So when it's time to really relax, don't grab a pop. Grab a ginger ale. Canada Dry, real ginger ale.
Nice, really nice. I love how you, right off the top, you had a really nice pause after this. Like it was a really nice setup. Like this pause is Canada Dry Ginger Ale. I think with that in mind, you can keep that in mind for the rest of the script. And again, I know I sound like a broken record, but forgetting about the punctuation, like just kind of making it your own. It's not called this or this or this, but it's called and then feel free to speed it up a little bit if you want, but whatever sounds natural to you. I think just your inflection is right and the idea is right. I think we just need to play with the timing a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay. This is Canada Dry Ginger Ale. It's not called ginger soda, ginger pop, or ginger soda pop. It's ginger ale, and when it's time to unwind, there's nothing quite like it. It's perfect for kicking back after a long day, toasting a job well done, or sharing a special moment. So when it's time to really relax, don't grab a pop. Grab a ginger ale. Canada Dry, real ginger ale.
Nice, really nice. I love in the second line how you listed off those three: ginger soda, ginger pop, ginger soda pop. I love how you listed those off. I think you gave them each a bit of flavor, and you gave them each a bit of their own spin to it while still staying in the world, right? Like you weren't giving me whiplash, but you were giving me a bit of personality. And I think you carried that through to the rest, and that tag was fantastic. And yeah, I think that was definitely an improvement.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Well done.
Thanks, Melinda.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris.
We have Chris.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well.
I'm Chris Greenfields. I am from New Jersey. I've been voice acting seriously for 2-ish years now. In total, maybe 5. And yeah, I'm not represented by anybody currently. Still looking into that. And I'm going to be doing the Boston Pizza script.
All right.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Is my gain okay? I can't really, I don't know if it's too loud or...
I think it sounds okay. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Why is Boston Pizza such a great place to take the family? Well, some people might say it's the chance to spend some quality time together. But other people, who are far more honest, might say it's the chance to eat some pizza, watch the game, and take a real long look at that beverage menu while someone else tries to keep your kids in line for the next hour and a half. Boston Pizza. Gather round.
Nice, really nice. You know what? You read that and it came off so natural, which is fantastic. But I think you can even have a little bit more fun with it. And I don't think it'll come off forced or anything like that. Like, you've got that natural tone built into you. So feel free to have a bit more fun with it. And again, I think with timing, I think you can play with the timing a bit more. You can slow it down. I think you rushed through a couple of the parts a little bit much, and we lost a bit of it. So yeah, just really again, at the top of the question, why is it? Well, let me tell you. And then you get into it. And then, yeah, just kind of find moments where you can shine a bit of personality, have a little bit of a wink to it,
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Sure. Why is Boston Pizza such a great place to take the family? Well, some people might say it's the chance to spend some quality time together, but other people, who are far more honest, might say it's the chance to eat some pizza, watch the game, and take a real long look at that beverage menu while someone else tries to keep your kids in line for the next hour and a half. Boston Pizza. gather rounds.
Wow, what an improvement. That was fantastic. The timing, it just felt so well paced. I love how you said who are far more honest. That was fantastic. And when you listed off eat some pizza, watch the game, take a real long look, like that, it just listed off so well. And yeah, you really added a little bit of flavor to everything while still being super natural and dry, but not in a negative way. Like, I think that's what this calls for. And I think it just came off really, really real. Yeah, fantastic.
It was very funny. You made me giggle.
Yeah. The second one made me giggle, for sure.
Glad to hear. Thank you.
Very
cool, Chris.
Thank
Thanks
you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Mike,
Who's next, Emma?
Jody up.
Jody.
Jody does have her hand
Jody.
raised.
Did it work? It worked.
It worked.
Hey.
There she is.
Hi, Jody.
Need to unmute yourself. So you should see now a little mic icon that if you tap that should unmute you, and then we'll be able to hear you. And if you're on your phone, it should be in the lower right corner of your screen. While that's happening, we could bring Teresa up. And
there's Teresa. Hi, Teresa.
Hello.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi.
There's Teresa.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Callie.
Hello. Nice to hear you again. Yeah. Nice to hear you again. Absolutely.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm Teresa Ho from Montreal. I've been working as a VO for just a bit over a year, and I am going to read Boston Pizza.
All right, that's a popular one. It's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. So, why is Boston Pizza such a great place to take the family? Well, some people might say it's the chance to spend some quality time together. But other people who are far more honest might say it's the chance to eat some pizza, watch the game, and take a real long look at that beverage menu, while someone else tries to keep your kids in line for the next hour and a half. Boston Pizza, gather round.
Nice, really nice. I'm so glad you added that "so" at the beginning, because and this is something I forgot to mention. I commend, like, it's absolutely no problem when actors do that. Obviously, we don't want to change the copy, but if you're adding something off the top, it's letting you lean into it, right? And I can always chop it off, which I do. But for you as an actor, it helps you get into the groove, into the moment. So, just adding let me tell you, why is boss, you know what I mean? Like something like that, or so, why is, I can chop that off. I think it helps you because I think you really lead into that first line really great. My only note of direction is I think you can have a bit more attitude. I think you can, like a little bit more attitude with it. You're coming off a little too nice, I think, for a script like this, which is strange direction because usually you want to be nice, but for something like this, it's obviously got some personality. It's so yeah, just find a bit more attitude. You don't give a shit a little bit.
Okay, thanks.
Whenever you're ready.
Thank you. So, why is Boston Pizza such a great place to take the family? Well, some people might say it's the chance to spend some quality time together. But other people who are far more honest might say it's the chance to eat some pizza, watch the game, and take a real long look at that beverage menu while someone else tries to keep your kids in line for the next hour and a half. Boston Pizza. Gather round.
Nice, really nice. That was a really nice. I think it was a lot more fun. You still sounded real and natural to me. You didn't pump it up too much or hit anything too hard. It was a lot more fun to listen to, I think.
Okay,
great job.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Teresa. This was awesome to have you here. And I see.
Thank you. Thanks again.
Pleasure. We see Jody has found the unmute button. Hello.
Yay. Hello.
Hello, Jody.
Thank you so much for having me be part of this, and to everyone here for allowing me to learn from you. I'm a total newbie. I've been involved in theater before, but this is...
Oh, that's not newbie then. You get the business. Yeah, the crazy business.
So I'm hailing from Toronto, and I am going to read Wavefront.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. The future. You used to chase it. Now you're living with it. The Wavefront is an all-electric automobile that propels driving into a new era. With sleek aerodynamic design and ultrasonic sensors that prevent collisions, there's no more getting left behind. Life's short. Drive fast.
Nice, really nice. I think your pacing was fantastic. I think you totally had the right idea with the script. I think I lost you a little bit at the end. I think you kind of maybe sped up or hit a little bit of the words a little bit too hard at the end. Okay. But you had the right idea going into it. Like, you were passionate, and I could tell the passion in your voice, but you weren't going too over the top or anything like that. I would just almost think pick a person that you're talking to. And I say this to a lot of people. Pick one person that you're talking to. Read the copy. Think of someone you would be saying it to, and put that person in your head while you're saying it. And some scripts may call for multiple people, like you're saying it to an audience, but I think for this one, it's one person. And you're telling them, look, I just got this new car. Let me tell you about it. This is what's going to happen. And just kind of keep it almost a little bit more natural, but still pumping up that enthusiasm a bit. If you want to try whenever you're ready.
Yeah, thank you. The future. You used to chase it, and now you're living in it. The Wavefront is an all-electric automobile that propels driving into a new era. With sleek aerodynamic design and ultrasonic sensors that prevent collisions, there's no more getting left behind. Life's short. Drive fast.
Nice. I like that ending there. That was really nice. A lot of personality, whereas, the first part of the script was really calm, cool, and collected, but then you added that little wink at the end, which was really, really nice to hear. Yeah, great job. I think that was an improvement for sure. Great job.
Great. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Jody.
Thank you. Now I have to mute it.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
This would be a great opportunity
for this app. It's like, what is happening? What is going on? We have Jordan coming up on stage now.
Cool. Just before Jordan reads for Callie, just want to let everybody know, some people join, part way in and they're like, where am I? What am I doing? So this is the Voiceover Round Table. We meet here every week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday evenings with all kinds of discussions and special events, everything to do with voiceover. Tonight reads for Callie, casting director. Callie, how do you pronounce your last name again? Sorry.
Kuzyk. Kuzyk, yeah.
Kuzyk.
Little bit of Greek, little bit of Ukrainian. Yeah, it's a mix.
That's the last thing I want to do is mess up somebody's name as I'm introducing them.
I appreciate you asking.
It's all good. So casting director Kaliopi Kuzyk is in the house. We're calling Callie, and people are doing reads and getting feedback and taking direction, and things are going really well. So I want to jump back in. So Voiceover Round Table here every Tuesday evening, 7:30 p.m. Let's go. Who do we have next? Emma, we got Hillary?
We have Jordan. Hillary's after Jordan if we have time. We've got a couple of people that I've sent scripts.
Let me get Jordan. Jordan is there. Jordan, if you want to unmute, introduce yourself and where you're from and what script you're going to be reading. Oh, and how long you're in VO.
Hi, can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. So my name is Jordan Moore. I'm from Port Barre, Louisiana. No, you probably don't know where that is. And I've been in voiceover for, I've been acting for 11 years, and I've been seriously in voiceover for about a little over a year.
Cool. Great to have you with us.
Thank you. And I will be doing
welcome.
the Silk Almond script.
Yay, nice. I was hoping no one has been doing that one yet. It's my favorite one. Awesome.
Finally get my mind off pizza.
Yeah, exactly, right? No, that's great. I love this script. Whenever you're ready.
All right. This is Sheila. Today, she decided to make a small change to her morning routine by adding the dairy-free goodness of silk almond milk to her breakfast smoothie, and she loved its silky smooth taste. Sheila made a small change. Now, Sheila's husband, Brad, well, he made a big change. But when you add silk almond, you'll realize that a small change is more than enough.
Awesome. So that's really interesting because you obviously, like you were talking to me before, you obviously put on like some sort of accent with this, right?
I was going for kind of like those British cows and what is it, like the Baby Bell commercials, I think?
Yeah. So it's funny because your acting, like the actual acting of the spot was spot on, but I would lose the accent. Like it's like it's not natural, like you're not British or like you're talking to me, without an accent, right? So I think you've got to keep it natural. You've got to keep it in tone to what, is in your scope of just you being you, right? But lose the accent and keep the intonation. Everything that you did was spot on, but I wouldn't put on anything that isn't you, if you know what I mean.
Okay, you guys take risks, so I took the risk.
No, absolutely, and that's right. Like that is like I could totally seeing it be read like that. I just personally want to hear you without it doing the exact same thing that you did with acting wise without the accent. I'm just curious to hear that.
Sure. Whenever I'm ready.
Yep.
This is Sheila. Today, she decided to make a small change to her morning routine by adding the dairy-free goodness of silk almond milk to her breakfast smoothie, and she loved its silky smooth taste. Sheila made a small change. Now, Sheila's husband, Brad, well, he made a big change. But when you add silk almond, you'll realize a small change is more than enough.
Nice. Really, I love how you introduced Brad. Like now Sheila's husband, Brad. Well, like that was awesome. That was so fun. And yeah, I mean, you had the right idea with the first round. I think like with Risk, it's in the cadence and in the delivery, but while still being you. So yeah, I'm so glad I got to hear you in your natural tone, and acting wise, it was spot on. So great job.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Being here, Jordan.
Cool, Jordan. Thank you. Let's go to Hillary.
Awesome. Hi, Hillary. You're on
that pesky
Why won't it unmute?
Hillary, could you let me know your last name? Because I didn't have you on my... I think you're a
She's
new
not
addition,
on the list,
right? Yeah. If you could...
I am the list. What are you talking about? No, I'm kidding. Yes, Merrick.
M-A-R-E-K. E-K. Awesome.
Like America.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Welcome.
Hi, thank you, darling. So I was going to do the keg. I'm going to pull it back up again.
Great. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay then. People often ask us why we don't deliver, but here's a better question. How can you fit an unforgettable night with the people that you love, sharing a meal and a few laughs, in a delivery backpack? If that's progress, we'll sit this one out.
Nice, really nice. I love how you set up the in a delivery backpack line. I think that was fantastic, but I still think you rushed the overall copy a little bit too much. The pause before a delivery backpack was perfect, but yeah, just slow it down a bit. And you're so natural. Like you sound so natural and real, which is exactly a conversational, non-announcery. I'm sure if you've been acting, you hear that all the time. You nailed that, but definitely slow it down a bit and keep the same idea, but take your time.
People often ask us why we don't deliver, but here's a better question. How do you fit an unforgettable night with the people that you love, sharing a meal and a few laughs, in a delivery backpack? If that's progress, we'll sit this one out.
Nice. You have such an awesome, like, a little bit of sarcasm in your tone, which is perfect for this kind of spot. It sounds great. Like, yeah, that kind of like, oh, great. Yeah. Very good tone. Very good delivery. Great job.
And I love the direction of slow down because we really got to hear your voice.
Which we want to hear, right?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was trying to be fast because I know you got a lot of people in line, so I didn't want to.
Oh,
Oh, no. Take the time. Take the time.
Yeah.
All
No,
good.
definitely a lot better on that second round for sure.
Thanks, Emma. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming, Hillary. One of the things that is popping up in the chat every once in a while, I just want to address it. People are asking where are the scripts. We did share the scripts out in advance, so apologies to people who are kind of joining us spontaneously. We can look at this in future events when we have somebody on that we're going to read for. But for this one, we shared things out in advance so that we could be prepared, kind of thing. So far, it's worked really well. So what I'm encouraging people to do is just like keep an eye on the socials, keep an eye on the event announcements for the club. If you haven't already joined the Voiceover Round Table Club here on Clubhouse, that'll help definitely. And what I'm telling people is we're going to do these again. These are a lot of fun. They're really cool. And it's valuable feedback that you don't always get. Like we were saying earlier, sometimes it just feels like you're just firing stuff into the void and you're like, well, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. Universe going to tell me something? Maybe you book a job, but most of the time you're like, oh, did I do okay? So this is really great feedback. It's great to have Callie with us. So like I said, keep an eye on the club and on our social media feeds and things like that. We always make the announcements in advance. And so when we do another one of these, be sure to grab a spot, grab some scripts, and be there to read for us. Cool. Who's next?
Move on to another read. We have had Kim and John in the waiting room for the entire show, really. They've been waiting patiently. Neither one of them have the script, but I would love to hear what Kim and John have to say or ask. If we could bring them
I can do that.
Stage, that would be a lovely.
By the power of technology.
Yeah, any questions or anything.
Let's go. Kim, you can go first. You can unmute yourself. What's on your mind?
Sweet. Hey, my name is Kim Lomax, and I'm speaking to you from Omaha, Nebraska.
Welcome.
Hello. How do you spell your last name, if you don't mind?
Sure. No, not at all. Lomax is Lomax.
Okay.
And I don't know how our wires got crossed, but you sent me the scripts on the 10th of November.
Oh, fantastic! You did.
Yeah.
Great.
So I'm ready to go.
Do it!
Yay!
Yeah. You asked for a bit of background. I hail originally from the world of music. I have degrees in vocal performance and spent a lot of time doing vocal jazz and teaching. And last Thanksgiving, I made the choice to switch over to voiceover and really jumped in with both feet in January. So here I am.
Great. What script will you?
Oh, of course. I am going to be reading the Silk Almond script.
Yay. Okay, awesome. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, this is Sheila. Today, she decided to make a small change to her morning routine by adding the dairy-free goodness of Silk almond milk to her breakfast smoothie, and she loved its silky smooth taste. Sheila made a small change. Now, Sheila's husband, Brad, well, he made a big change. But when you add Silk almond, you'll realize a small change is more than enough.
Nice, really nice. You made me laugh with the drawn out now. Sheila's husband, Brad, that was fantastic. I think with something like this, we have to, when it lends to this kind of copy, just forget that it's a commercial altogether. This is like, let's say, a narration. So it's like a narration. I don't know if you've ever watched Arrested Development. Have you seen the narration?
I have.
Yeah, like that kind of, like the narrator on Arrested Development. I imagine that with a script like this. So yeah, with that being said, just kind of, again, this is almost similar to the Boston Pizza in the sense of like dryness, but yeah, just kind of less commercially. Don't don't raise your voice. Like, don't up the tone too much on certain words. Just keep it low, keep it dry. And yeah, whenever you're ready, I'd love for you to take another stab.
All right, let's do it. This is Sheila. Today, she decided to make a small change to her morning routine by adding the dairy-free goodness of silk almond milk to her breakfast smoothie. And she loved its silky smooth taste. Sheila made a small change. Now, Sheila's husband, Brad, well, he made a big change. But when you add silk almond, you'll realize a small change is more than enough.
Wow, that was fantastic. I love what an improvement from the first. Not that the first take there's anything wrong with it. I just think you took that direction really well, and yeah, you nailed it. That second take, that's the one I would lead with if I were editing and taking your auditions, and that's what I would put first for something like this. Fantastic job.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the help.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming up. Thanks for coming up, Kim.
And my apologies for the, you were the first person to actually email on November 10th. Yeah, that was me. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
She made it.
And John.
Hey, John.
Hello there. Hello.
Did you also get scripts or do you just have a question?
I don't have scripts, but I do have a monologue. I don't know if that's appropriate.
No, actually, tonight we're going from a set of scripts that were sent out in advance. So, unfortunately, not really, because Callie is a casting director and we're all handpicked by Callie. So, if you have a question for Callie, by all means, you're up on stage. You might as well go for it.
Well, yeah, a question. How is it being a casting director? How do you like doing that stuff?
Oh, I love it. It's fantastic. I love getting a spot, getting direction, and then leaving it up to the actors and hearing their interpretation. I get so many, and I have to whittle it down, unfortunately, but I love being able to curate it and creatively making those choices on who I think is the best person for this kind of job. Yeah, it's so much fun. It's fantastic. And I love actors' interpretations. I respect actors so much. My mother's an actor. I grew up with them. It's so much fun. Thank you for asking.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I know one other Kaliopi. She lives in Australia.
Oh, no way. I've never met another one other than in Greece. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very, very unique name.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the scripts are. I'd love to read it, but I don't have the script. But
it was.
And you know what, John? Unfortunately,
for the group, so on all of the notifications, my email was posted to join on the description of this room. My email was posted as well. So there will be other opportunities.
Yeah, there's going to be other chances, John. Thanks for coming up and asking your question. We will be doing more of these, as Emma said, and we're kind of winding down to probably our last few reads here.
We've got two more. We've got Ebony and Aiden.
All right, so in that order?
Yeah.
All right, here comes Ebony, and here comes Aiden, I think. I got Aiden. Let's see if I can get Ebony up on stage. There we go.
Awesome. All right.
So Ebony will go first. Welcome to the Voiceover Round Table.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, welcome. Can you let me know your last name, Ebony? So I can write it down.
Sure. It's Watts. It's Watts.
Perfect. Thank you.
And okay. Oh.
Oh. Did we lose you?
Yeah. Hello?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, now we can. Oh, I thought that was me. That scared me. It's like, oh God, I've disconnected. Yeah, you're there.
Yeah. Okay, yes. I'm doing the Wavefront script.
Wavefront. Awesome. Okay.
The future. You used to chase it. Now you're living in it. The Wavefront is an all-electric automobile that propels driving into a new era. With sleek aerodynamic design and ultrasonic sensors that prevent collisions, there's no more getting left behind. Life's short. Drive fast.
Really nice, Ebony. That was really, really nice. I think your pacing was perfect. You hit all the right spots. The one thing I'd say is I'd love for you to read it again. Like when I was talking to you just now, when you were introducing yourself and just you being you, I'd love for you to bring a little bit of that more into the script. I think you were putting a little bit of something on in the read, but I'd love for it to just come off a bit more natural. I think you've got a great built-in tone and built-in sound that'll lend towards something like this really well. So don't try to affect your voice too much. But other than that, you were hitting all the right moments. The acting itself was great. Just, kind of be a bit more natural in your tone. And like we were just talking just now a second ago, whenever you're ready, if you want to try it again.
Okay, sure. The future. You used to chase it. Now you're living in it. The Wavefront is an all-electric automobile that propels driving into a new era. With sleek aerodynamic design and ultrasonic sensors that prevent collisions, there's no more getting left behind. Life's short. Drive fast.
Wow, really nice, Ebony. And I don't think you told us a bit about yourself, like where you're from, or.
Yes. I am from Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
I've been doing voiceover work for only a few months, but I've had acting classes before in the past. So basically, most of my experience comes from just taking a lot of acting classes, doing a lot of theater, doing improv, and that's where most of my experience comes from.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's always good too. I think other facets of acting in the world, other than voiceover, I think it carries on to voiceover a lot. So you can tell you obviously have the chops for that, and that's fantastic. Yeah, keep at it.
Thank you so much.
That was great.
Thanks, Ebony. And we are going to round out the evening with Aiden. Hey, Aiden.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Hi. Hello.
I'm Aiden Dawn.
I know you.
Yeah. I haven't gotten to actually speak with you.
Yeah. Hey, a big fan of your work.
Yeah. And thank you for coming and doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Which script are you reading?
I was going to do KFC.
Oh, nice. No one's done that one yet.
Yay,
I love that one too.
Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you. Refreshing.
Yeah, perfect way to round it out, right?
Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Plant-based KFC is for everyone, except Lorna from Calgary, who said, "I love KFC and will always buy it, but nothing plant-based, ever." Relax, Lorna. It's just plant-based.
Aiden, that was fantastic. I don't know. Have you heard the real spot on air?
No.
That was spot on. Honestly, I feel bad not having much feedback, but that was fantastic. I love how specifically, that I love KFC and will always buy it, but nothing plant-based ever. That's in quotations. Yeah. What you did was you made it a little bit different, as if you were someone else, because it is quoting someone else, but you didn't overdo it. You didn't change your voice. You didn't make another character. You kept within that world and you kept you, but you added a little twist, and that's perfect. That's exactly kind of what we're looking for with something like this. And you kind of had the sarcasm, and I think honestly, I don't have notes to try it again, to be honest. This is a really fun script. And I think reading it, you kind of get it. Maybe let's actually, just for fun, if you wouldn't mind humoring me, let's try it one more time, and I'm going to backtrack exactly what I said, and I'd love for you to actually try a little bit of a different voice for that one line. Like maybe, pick a character. Who is Lorna? Decide who she is and say that line as if you're Lorna instead of staying in that world and kind of, what I was complimenting you on before. Let's hear who you think Lorna is and just give it to me in that line whenever you're ready.
Okay. Plant-based KFC is for everyone, except Lorna from Calgary, who said, I love KFC and will always buy it, but nothing plant-based ever. Relax, Lorna. It's just plant-based.
Awesome. I love this script. I'm surprised more people didn't pick this script, actually. It's very interesting. Very interesting what people chose. Great job, honestly, Aiden. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, talk to you soon.
So much fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Anybody else hungry? Anybody? Just me?
Oh, I know, right? I'm sorry, I didn't realize I picked so many
pizza. We got some chicken.
I'm gonna Uber Eats the keg after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, this has been cool. Thanks so much, Callie.
Yeah, thank you guys. This is so much fun for me too, and I love hearing new talent. Like this is what it's all about, and yeah, it's been fantastic. So, yeah, keep in touch. Find me on LinkedIn or whatever, and yeah, it's been great. Thank you so much. What a great idea. What a great idea.
So people have been asking in the chat if they can follow up, and that's a perfect way to follow up. Is LinkedIn is a great way to connect.
Yep, LinkedIn's fantastic.
And in your message to Callie, make sure you put in Clubhouse so she has an idea of who you are. And with that in line, I would love it if you guys would share your experiences of the VO Roundtable using the hashtag the VO Roundtable, and share your experience. What did you learn something tonight? What did you learn? Were you one of the people that was reading? What was your experience? We would love to hear more about this, so that we can keep this conversation going and keep this room going. So we've got lots of stuff
and feel free to tag us. We're on a lot of the socials. A lot of them. So feel free to tag. I mean, you got to be everywhere, and so different people have their different platforms that they favor. So wherever your favorite flavor is, if you find us on there, don't be shy. Tag us, connect if you can. And as for Clubhouse, we keep saying it. If you haven't already joined, just head to the Voiceover Roundtable. Click that little up at the top, the little house. So it says Voiceover Roundtable beside it, and just join, and you'll be able to see the calendar of events coming up, and join us on a regular. Next week, Emma?
Next week, it's an open Clubhouse, so it's going to be basically bring your questions for us, and whatever we can help you with, we will do our very best to help you with. It'll be myself, and we'll have
kind of Q&A, community Q&A. We'll call it.
A few familiar faces and voices joining us on the panel.
So just keep an eye on socials. We'll put together some stuff and make some announcements in the coming days. But we always try and put together a strong panel of hardworking pros that love to answer your questions and love to interact with the community. Once again, I can't thank you enough, Callie, for being with us. This has been so cool. We definitely want to do these again. We're not going to ask you to do this every month, don't worry, but whenever you want to come back, you have definitely an open invitation. You just let us know, and we'd love to have you back. Thank you to everyone who came up on stage and was brave and read. And like Callie, you said it, like everyone really took direction really well.
Yeah.
And I think if there's one really hardcore skill that sets a voice actor apart from others, it's that ability to take direction and, to follow what you're being asked and then deliver on it. So great job, everyone who came up. Callie, you're going to say something?
Everyone brought me something different on their second take. And I was so, I appreciate that so much, like you thought about it, you took a second to think about it, and you brought something else to the table, and that's fantastic. It was great. It was so great to hear.
Absolutely. And to everyone in the audience, to everyone who took the time out of their evening to be with us tonight, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We hope that you are getting value out of this. And if you have ideas about rooms, if you want to send me a DM on any of the socials that we're connected on, if we're not connected, please connect with me on LinkedIn, on this platform, is whatever. I'm on all of them. So just connect with me. And if you've got, just send me your ideas. We're always open to ideas, because this is what this is all about. It's a community-based page that we're
pull up a chair at the round table. Very cool. And we do have we have a lot of cool stuff planned in the coming weeks and months. So stay tuned. Every Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This has been the Voiceover Round Table. And thank you, everyone. Have a great night. Be safe. Take care.
Have a great night, everyone.
Bye, Kaliopi. Thank you.